Okay, Rav, we're recording.
Okay. But I first of all want to find out how is Sam today, Beverly. Beverly?
He's okay. He's a little bit better than he was. A little bit. He's eating better. He's just still very weak. So
Bev,
he's got him
are you with me?
stronger every day.
Bev?
Yes,
Okay.
I can hear you. Can nobody else hear me?
Babe,
Felicia, can you hear me?
we can hear you, babe. We can hear you.
I can hear you. It's a little fluffy, but we can hear you.
Okay, so chapter 4. We are beginning the chapter 4. Mishlei, chapter 4. שימו בנים מוסר רב, והקשיבו לדעת בינה. Listen, children, to the translation said, to the discipline of the father. Now, who is the father he's talking about? So Rashi says that this is God. So it's like Shlomo HaMelech talking as if Hashem says, listen to God, והקשיבו לדעת בינה, and listen to know understanding. So he brings here one of the commentaries, the verse simply as a teacher instructing his disciples concerning the understanding of the Torah. In the previous chapter of Mishlei, the father admonished his son, and in this chapter, the teacher admonishes his disciple, also known as children, so in other words, it's talking about either talking as a father, Hashem speaks as a father to his children, והקשיבו לדעת בינה, and listen, there is something that for your knowledge and to understand. כי לקח טוב נתתי לכם, תורתי אל תעזבו. We know this verse, we say it when we return the Torah to the ark. כי לקח טוב נתתי לכם, תורתי אל תעזבו. It's talking about, I gave you good teaching, and therefore, don't forsake me. Of course, he's talking about the Torah. The Torah is giving us a good teacher. Now, the word to listen, which he says in the beginning, can mean also, in Hebrew, listen can mean also not just listen, but to understand. Understand and accept it to inside. So, talking about what the Torah is a good teaching, is actually a good present, and therefore stick to it. So this is like Hashem is talking to us. I gave you a Torah, something which is something that and Shlomo Melech is like talking as a speaker, or speaks as an agent of Hashem. He continues to say, "Ki ben hayiti lavi," for I was a son to my father, a tender one and only one before my mother. So here, who is the could speak that Rashi and others talking about the Shlomo Melech, like he says, don't the harsh words that and this because most of the thing in the Mishlei, he gives he tries to teach and to rebuke. So he said, don't think that I do it because I'm harsh. I was a young son to my father, and so just to me to say, there is something that I try to do, whatever I'm telling you, I don't do it because I am harsh against you. On the contrary, I'm soft and tender. This I was brought up by my father, or it can mean that according to one commenter, that this is like represents with the Am Israel, the Jewish people, when they were chosen, they were like youngsters, and a very unique, and therefore we received the Torah. Talking about when we came out of Egypt, when we started as a nation, we were like a young nation. So he tries to explain the benefit, and this comes throughout the chapter, the benefit that we can gain by listening, and of course, talking about following the Torah. Vayoreni, and he instructed me, Vayomer li, etmoch dvarai libecha. He said to me, the Father, so to speak, God, said, may you heart draw near to my words. Keep my commandments and live. We know, talking the whole time, the Torah is Torat Chaim. This is a way of life. So if we stick to the Torah, this was something which will keep us going and gives us life. קנה חוכמה, קנה בינה, אל תשכח, ואל תת מימרי פי. Acquire wisdom, acquire understanding, don't forget, and don't turn away from the words of our mouth. Now, there is a difference. The word chokhmah, as it's translated, wisdom. Wisdom is something which a person learns from a teacher, gets wisdom. But the idea is afterwards based on what he received as a beginner, that he should explore and learn, and then it becomes bina. This is a further understanding. So said, Al tishkach, keep it. You should not, don't forget. Don't get involved in other things. and because, as you see in a minute, but first of all said, and don't get out or get away from what I am telling you. And he brings here from one of the Rishonim, Rabbeinu Yonah, explains that King Solomon wants not to forget the ethical teachings because of one's intense engrossment in the study of wisdom. He therefore admonishes, don't forget and do not turn away from the words of our mouth, meaning that observance of the ethical teaching is more essential than the study of wisdom. So, in other words, what he's talking about, that important is to get into the basic things which the Torah is telling us, like to stick to the commandments and to the instructions of the Torah is more important rather than just get to theories and philosophy. The main thing is what comes out in the doing. What he says, I wrote here, the Goen writes, the Torah is like bread. This is like basic need for nutrition. The mitzvot is like adding like he says, like dessert, which Torah, the study of Torah, which says Vigita bo yomam v'layla, you should have engrossed in it. There is no special times that only then you should learn. Yomam v'layla, Vigita bo yomam v'layla, you should be able to study day and night, anytime, of course, that you have abilities. But the mitzvot, the observance of mitzvot, of course, adds its times. Times you have to do to taven or to put on tefillin. This is something which depends on time. So this all says, Shmor mitzvotai, stick or keep the mitzvot, guard the mitzvot in their time, in each time, and this should give you additional taste. So the main thing, he says again, the main thing is like bread, the Torah is like bread, it's basic. The other things is to gives you a more addition, which is depends on each mitzvah for its time. K'nei Chochma, this was said now, K'nei Chochma, K'nei Bina, Al Tishkach. So we spoke about what is Chochma, the basic wisdom. Bina is something which you can develop on this, and don't turn away from the words which the Torah tells us. Al tazvea, don't forsake her, the Torah, v'tishmereka, and she will preserve you. Ehavea v'titzreka, love her, and she will guard you. So I want to say the benefit that you will get. You have to be to learn and to study, because this will keep you on the right way. ראשית חוכמה, ראשית חוכמה, קנה חוכמה, ובכל קניינך קנה בינה. The beginning of wisdom is to acquire wisdom. And with all your possession, acquire understanding. So this is what we said, the bina that comes out, which will deepen your knowledge on the basic of Chokhmah is the basis, the basic, and but even if you did, so to speak, to buy, the Gaon says, even if you are unable to study with no payment, K'nei Chokhmah, it's worthwhile to buy it, like to pay for it. K'nei Bina, the Gaon says, acquire a friend to be able to learn with him the Torah and the mitzvot. Therefore, he says, K'nei, buy, it's worthwhile like an investment. Salselea utormemeka. Search for her, and she will exalt you. She will honor you when you embrace her. And talking about what is the Torah can help you to, you must consider the importance of this keep her in high esteem. So and this will bring you also honor. Other people will honor you, knowing that you managed to acquire Torah study or Torah understanding, Torah knowledge. And it continues to say, she will give you your head a wreath of grace. She will transmit to you a crown of glory. When you acquire Torah, you also, beside anything, she gives you a higher standing in I would suppose, in society. It gives you a higher standing. The one commentator once say that it refers to the glory of the world to come. But I think that we can understand it simply. You study, you'll be appreciated as well by others if they see that you are knowledgeable and behave according to the instruction of the Torah. And the 9, Shmabni, וכך אמרי. Hearken, my son, listen and take my words, and years of life will increase for you. So can be, it's like a expression, I think you will say this, one of the commentary, it's like an expression of affection, meaning that you are dear to me, and I've your best interest in mind. This will be so, it will add things to your life. What did it say? And years of life will increase for you. Could be simply whether the Torah will, Hashem will look after you physically as well. But more, I think, it gives you contents in your life. One comment, it gives you years of happiness and tranquility. We go to verse 11. בדרך חוכמה הוריתיך. In the way of wisdom I instructed you. I led you in the path of uprightness. So we have to appreciate the value of Torah, that the benefit which we can get from following the way of Torah and Masim Tovim, the good deeds which that the Torah teaches us. So it means the Gaon says, derech לעסוק בתורה, to study, but also when he says הדרכתיך במעגלי, I led you in path of uprightness, which means you have to stick to the deeds that to keep what the Torah teaches you how to behave. So we are not talking about only knowledge and understanding, but what leads you, the main thing is the result of the study to help our behavior. בלכתך לא יצר צעדיך. If you stick to Torah life, when you walk, your step will not be straightened, and if you run, you will not stumble. So here there is something which I found it. You, in a way, when you walk in the beginning, it can mean quite challenging, like that you have to take small steps. But you can be sure that you are on the right way, and when you it gets further, and when you like running, you will not stumble. The Torah will, like said again, that the Torah will look after you and not to stumble. But which I think he's talking about, and he comes later, he emphasizes not to rush to start to jump. You have to go slowly, small steps before you run. And if you do that, when you run afterwards, then you're safe not to stumble.
Rav, we've only got like 4.5 minutes.
4.5 minutes. What can you do? בסדר, so whatever you want to manage, we manage. עסק במוסר אל טרף. What is it? Take fast straightened. No. Take fast hold of discipline. Now, Musar, the whole time the English translation is discipline. This means what you are being what discipline that you are taught or what to do. Discipline. Don't let it loose. Guard it, for it is your life. So it's important. That means to keep steady and continue, and not just to do it occasionally. באורח רשעים אל תבוא. Now it's like warning. You should not come in the way of the wicked, and don't walk in the way of the evil. In life, you have got a lot of attractions, and he says, don't be careful that there are people who are reshaim, wicked people, so you keep away from them. ואל תאשר בדרך חיים. So it makes a real two expression, rasha and ra. So I thought somebody wants to make the ra is this person that basically is bad. Rasha, that he acts wicked, acts badly. Ra is basically is a bad person. So what I think that maybe we should stop here. So we'll continue in next week on verse 15.
Thank
I
you, Rav.
just want to know is nobody is from shiur on Thursday in the Gemara shiur, because Thursday night I have to speak to Beverly here. I don't think that we'll have the shiur Thursday night because this will be your site of Batya. Thursday night, Friday, this is our your site. This year coming. And so we'll probably have like our family together, learning and so on. So I think we will have to cancel the Thursday night. But I don't see anybody here tonight in any case.
No, Rav, I'm in the shiur.
What?
I'll tell Ruven. I'm in the Thursday
I
night
don't
shiur.
see Ruben. I don't see anybody. Don't know what happened to Ruben.
I'll let him know.
But anyhow,
I'll let him know.
we will stop here and I won't see you then until Imirz Hashem next Tuesday. And I wish you Shabbat Shalom with Shabbos.
Chodesh
And
Tov.
we should only hear Bsorot Tovot and Refuah Shlema to Shmuel Mordechai ben Rochel and to Yehuda Leib ben Esther.
Thank you,
That we
Rabbi.
should hear their zchuyot.
Thank
So
you.
have a good night.
You
And
too.
Have a
we'll
good
see
night.
you.
Chodesh Tov. Chodesh Tov.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Rav.
Good night and be well, all of you.
Amen. You too, Rabbi.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a
Thank you.
good week. Good night.